Now you've seen that video with all of the sound with it. We have in the studio with us Barrister Mbeseha. Good evening, Barrister Mbeseha.
Good evening to you.
It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Now, we'll start with the first report, Barrister Mbeseha. We saw what happened. Yet again, we're seeing the Colonial Forces killing an innocent civilians. And what is their excuse? Oh, I thought he was an Amba fighter, and that's license enough to execute a civilian on the spot without any form of cross-checking, without any form of legal process, just straight up execution. This is one too many. I wouldn't say it's the second or the first. It's not the first or second. It's a countless number at this point, and we're seeing this yet again. We're seeing the colonial army executing civilians. With regards to that, I would like to get your thoughts. And seeing the ASA now mounting guard as always defending the territory, that's on the bright side. We'd just like you to give your thoughts conclusively on this report.
Well, there are two distinct reports there, and they carry two distinct appreciations. On the military executing that bike rider, remember yesterday we talked about the effectiveness of the lockdown, and I said here that the lockdown was largely successful because even those who intended to violate it had to fear consequences, to fear the consequences of their attempt to violate the lockdown. And so this young man, who we call a civilian, was killed, if the story is true, sometimes on the 14th, or at least during the lockdown. So why was he violating the lockdown? Why was he carrying passengers up and down in town when he knew that everybody was on the lockdown? He was a violator, was trying to show his ability to defy the lockdown. I met the consequences. Can I say, I'm not sure, that the military, by killing him, were trying to help. They were trying to help us enforce our lockdown. Or they were simply acting on their own. We don't know. But there are two messages to carry from there. When you hear a lockdown, respect it. Because there are consequences for violating it. There are reasons why you should lock down. That passenger you carry, two, three passengers for $200, $300 or whatever, 300 francs or whatever it is, it's not worth your life. Then go further and ask what these military guys were doing. It was not an accident. They shot him live. He had not offended anybody. He was just a bike rider. He was not carrying a gun. He was not carrying a spear. He was not carrying a cutlass. So, do these military people who are supposed to be acting on the instructions of the government that claims to be in control of the area, do they have the right to shoot at innocent riders? The only thing I heard from the report, he was trying to overtake. Is there an offense? Any offense overtaking a military truck or military jeep? There's no offense there. They have no right anytime, anywhere to shoot at innocent civilians. They don't even have the right to shoot at someone if you carry weapons. What they need to do, if there's an organized force as they claim to be, is to arrest you. They don't have the right to kill you. They don't have the right to final judgment. If they think they have done something wrong, like a government, they should arrest you, hear your own version of the story. If they are not satisfied, take it to a regular court, and the final arbiter is the court. Shooting people and killing them on your own is being a judge, an accuser, and the judge yourself. So it is manifestly wrong, it is nationally wrong, it is internationally wrong. You should not do that. But again, as I said, from the side of Ambazonian, why was this guy even violating the lockdown? We don't know why. What was a sign of brilliance, a sign of defiance, whatever it was. We has borne the cost of it. And so going forward, others who want to behave like him should be careful that there's a risk to your own life. Other way, you are risking your life. It's not worth the pains.